It is Monday, start of another week, and today's priority is rest. So all I'm going to be doing today is taking Max on a nice long walk, but I'm not going to the gym or definitely no running today. I always find Mondays tough, despite the fact that I love my job. I don't get Sunday scaries. I don't wake up with like that Monday dread anymore. I think it's just because it's the start of a week. So yeah, I always try and purposely take Mondays kind of slow and steady. And I just feel like it sets me up for the week then, rather than rushing into Monday and doing this, doing that, like just allow myself to arrive to Monday, do what feels right for my body, like honour my body. And I think that's also progress for me, is the fact that I don't anymore, if my body is saying no, I won't force it to go to the gym and do a workout. Like, I'll actually just honour the fact that it's tired and it needs to rest. I appreciate that sometimes it's not possible to, your body is saying no, but it's like, but I need to do this. I get that it's not always a possibility, but when you can, like, honour your body, when you're tired, rest. There's no shame in rest. You don't need to have earned rest. Like, just rest because you can and because you need to. Josh is coming home today after a week of working away, so I'm very excited about that. And it's just going to be a nice and steady Monday. Gonna make a coffee in a minute and start work. Today is Tuesday. Hello, it's Tuesday. And on today's agenda is work, of course. And then once I finish work, I'm gonna go and do my 4 miles steady run. So 4 miles for me at this point is a short run, and it's weird that like you do get to points where it's like, oh yeah, I've only got to do 4 miles, I've only got to do 5 miles, even 6, I'm like, I've only got to do 6 miles, just because you're used to like the longer lengths and running for longer. But yeah, Zoe was saying that you get to a certain point in your marathon training where a half marathon is like a short run, which is just bonkers to me. Like, I can't quite picture being like, oh, I've only got to run a half marathon today. So yeah, that's what's on today's plan. Run one of the week, which is 4 miles steady. Almost half a mile in, and feeling pretty energised actually. I saw someone say that running is embarrassing because of the fact that you just step out your house and randomly start running. I think I found something more embarrassing, which is trying to record myself when I'm running. Final mile. I think the hardest part of that was, I don't think it was coming up the hill, because I really pushed a bit too hard at the start, and then I had a hill to come back up on at the end, and it was tough, but it's fine. Got it done, which is the main thing. It's coming up to 6 in the morning. I have to mention that, otherwise what's the point? No, I don't know what I'm doing. I said to Josh, because he had to be up and out by 6, I was like, can you wake me up? And he was like, but you never listen when I wake you up. And I'm like, oh. But today he actually really did wake me up and say, come on, get up. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym. I feel like it's probably horrific lighting. I'm gonna go to the gym, do a lower body it's like a lower body focus, but I do sort of mix in upper body as well. I follow Lauren Green. I think her Instagram is Empowered Fitness Women, maybe. She's really good and she always posts like runner workouts, so I just follow those, to be honest. Sometimes I will take like a couple from a few videos she's done, but I will I'll use those. I think I mentioned before that I sort of fell out of love with the gym. I still don't massively love it, but I know that if I don't incorporate it into my training, my knee suffers. So I try to do like workouts that focus on, because my problems are to do with, I think it was my hips and my core, and then the fact that I've got a hyperextension as well. So I went to see a physio a few years ago, so I still do some of the exercises he recommended, and then obviously stuff that strengthens your stability, core, hips. I'm not massively knowledgeable on it, but that's what I try and do. I feel like since getting a dog, I just realised that's the dog's towel. Since getting a dog, that's my excuse for not wanting to get up early. Like, I just love my morning crutches with him. But yeah, we've done it. I don't think I've charged my headphones either, which is really annoying, but it'll be fine. So that's the gym done, and as I say, I mean, I sound a bit happy about it. As I say about bad runs and runs in general, I never regret going to the gym. I never regret getting up early and going to the gym. There's just something about getting it done and out of the way in the morning, getting like those feel good chemicals flowing through you and trying to wake your brain up, which clearly mine isn't at the minute. But yeah, it always feels good to get it done. It is... what day is it? Thursday. Happy Thursday. I'm just about to make some breakfast. When I say breakfast, this is my favourite ever yoghurt. It's really creamy. Like, it's probably too thick for a lot of people, but I'm weird and I really like thick yoghurt. So I just have a couple of spoonfuls of that with some granola and honey, and it's really delicious. But yeah, today is sort of like a rest day. I have yoga this evening, as I always do on Thursday, and then I'll just be walking Max as well. But yeah, the yoga, like, it's a weird one because in parts it gets your heart rate up, but on the whole I would say it's more like deep stretching, deep breathing. I wouldn't say it's like strenuous kind of thing. I look forward to Thursdays because of the fact that when the terms are on, that I have yoga, and it's just like my excuse to stretch, move my body, and the bit at the end where you get to just lie down is the best. And because it's an evening session as well, it sets me up then for bed. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Nothing too exciting. This is tonight's dinner, courtesy of Josh. So, it's Friday. I've got my 9 miles to run after work today, which is fine. I get to finish at 3:30 today. But I kid you not, the rumble I just heard coming from outside. I look outside. I think it's meant to rain, but I haven't done a rainy run in a while, in fairness. I've managed to somehow dodge all the rain since, like, July? August? I don't know. I haven't really had many rainy runs. So, just see how it goes. So, it is that time being long run of the week. So, this is always really difficult because I just light on in here. And let's close the microwave door. I don't know. Yeah, long run of the week, 9 miles, because we are tapering for the Cardiff half. I say that with confidence, but honestly I had no clue what tapering meant a couple of months ago. It's basically when, hopefully I get this right, you start cutting back on your like distance and strenuous training, I think, is my understanding of it. The rain has like kind of eased off a bit now, but I don't fully trust it. I think I've also given myself a bit of a hilly route by mistake. But saying that, it's impossible, like where I live, to not do a hilly route unless you drive to a specific part. And even then there's still an incline, you know, in parts of it. So it just, yeah, can't avoid the hills as much as I wish I could. I think I said this before, I always get really nervous before a run, and as frustrating as it is, I left my headphones upstairs, I try and lean into it, and also I think the most important thing is not running, like not setting off for the hills kind of thing as soon as you leave, like where you're filled with where you're filled with all that adrenaline and like nervous energy and you just want to release it. Just trying not to race off. I was just thinking then, if this is me, if this is how I'm feeling before running an easy paced 9 miles on my own, how am I going to be feeling 2 weeks Sunday when I am on the start line of the Cardiff half? God knows. But yeah, I try and use that energy to actually properly warm up, because yeah, I was going to try and figure out a joke then, but I haven't got any jokes. So, yep. Must be fine. It's free to go. Final 1.5 to go. 9 miles, easy pace, done. The hill at the end will forever kill me. But for good now, this is fine. My right leg kept like going to sleep the first few miles. It was a bit weird. Like, it's like my leg was going to give way. But it was fine after that. So, no idea what that was. So it's Saturday. I'm feeling very tired after those 9 miles yesterday. Not as tired as I thought I'd feel, to be honest, but I can definitely feel like I've done 9 miles. So I was gonna maybe go to the gym today, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna push my body to go. I'm just gonna actually let myself rest. We'll be walking Max later anyway, so I feel like you just need to be conscious of not doing too much and just actually listening to your body so that you can then get the best out of your runs. My leg yesterday, I think I mentioned that my leg kept going to sleep, or like, it obviously wasn't fully going to sleep, but it was like as if it was about to give way. And then yesterday, like in the evening, it just kept cramping. It was like a really painful cramp. It was like an intermittent kind of cramping. But then once I had some electrolytes and some water, obviously the water had the electrolytes in it, it like disappeared. So I don't know if that's coincidence. I don't know if that was because of the electrolytes. I don't know if it, I have no idea. But yeah, it was strange and it was painful. So it's Sunday today, end of the week, and today's run is 10 miles, 10 kilometres, so 6.2 miles to be precise. It's with the running group, which will be nice, and it's part of the Bristol Six-Pack Challenge, which is, I think it's a UK thing. It's definitely not just in Bristol anyway, it's just a series of, I want to say trail runs. These have all been trail runs, I think, or like off-road runs. I don't know, one of them. So yeah, doing that today, and then I think I jinxed myself with the weather because I was like, oh, I've managed to miss all the rainy runs, and it's been chucking it down this morning, and it's meant to chuck it down all day. It has stopped at the minute, but I don't know, I might have jinxed it, so that'll be fun. But yeah, Paul is picking me up in a minute. I did offer to drive, but he said that it would be safer if he drove. Noted. We got absolutely soaked on that run, but it was so much fun. I think that was actually my favourite run of that series. It was literally like, I think we were soaked within, probably just from stepping out the car, to be honest, but yeah, there were lots of puddles, but it was all good fun. And I do enjoy those runs because it's just a nice break from like my training runs. I'm not focusing on my time, I'm not focusing on my pace, I'm just running and also exploring new parts of Bristol, which is fun because I'm not from Bristol, obviously. So yeah, that concludes like this week's runs. Next week I am going to run. Paul is essentially like my coach. He's my unofficial coach. He's my coach. He has told me to go out for a 3-mile run at the pace that I'm hoping to run for the half and just see how I get on with that pace. So I'll probably do that on Tuesday. But yeah, I'm gonna have a cup of tea now, and what's even better, Zoe's mum made us flapjacks. Look at how amazing they look. Literally unbelievable. And my Percy pig. I'm so excited. So yeah, that rounds up this week. 2 weeks today until the half. What the hell? What the hell? So I'm gonna have a cup of tea now, flapjack, and read my book. I started reading this book, My understanding of it is that these people get like told when they're gonna die, which sounds really morbid, but actually I feel like the premise of the book I'm gonna really enjoy, kind of the idea of like living life to the fullest. Obviously we don't know when it's gonna be our last day. Again, morbid, I apologise, but like I love things like that because I'm very cheesy and a deep person. so yeah, gonna have hopefully Max will come and have some cutches with me as well. It's chucking it down. It's the perfect weather for a cup of tea, a book and a sweet treat. Like it's just that perfect weather. So